Hello, fellow Andrew. Great to have you on here. Thanks for taking the time to share your experience after doing the Ditch the Dad Fat program. Why don't you tell everyone that's watching this who you are, where you're from, how many kids, and how old you are?
Yeah. Hi. Thanks, Andrew. So I'm Andy. I live on the northern beaches of Sydney. I'm 40. I've got two children under the age of 4.
Beautiful. All right. And talk to me like before you joined the Ditch the Dad Fat program, which is the 6-week habit transformation program. What made you decide to want to do something about your health and your weight?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when I started the year, I set some goals around my physical and mental health, and I just found that without any sort of structure and habits, I was actually going the other way. I wasn't losing weight; I was gaining weight. And so rather than just give up on that goal, I sought out some help from yourself, which I've now been doing for the last 6 weeks.
What issues were you, or what struggles did you have with trying to lose weight?
I travel every week for work, or every
Mhm.
3 weeks out of 4, to Perth, Melbourne, or Sydney, or Brisbane. So I think in terms of just getting a routine was really difficult. Obviously, having 2 young children, laziness, tiredness, all sort of built into it. But I think it was, if I talked about, it was a lack of focus on. There was no identity. It was just, yeah, I just didn't had no routine at all. So hence the reason why I sought out some help.
Yep. All right. And what would you say helped you the most in getting the results from the program?
Clarity. It was very clear on what was going to work and what wasn't going to work. It wasn't overly complicated, to be honest. Yeah, so I think clarity and not overly complicated. And I think also your first week where we were doing the plate portion formula and really understanding what's going to work and what's not going to work was really good. In particular, me traveling at airports, having muesli and your advice on actually that's not that healthy. So those little tips along the way, and obviously removing butter, which I haven't had since. Who would have thought?
Yep. All right. Cool. So very busy, traveled a lot. So you could still do it with the little time that you had.
Yeah, yeah, and in a way, because it's so clear and so structured, it's actually probably easier as long as you plan ahead. And
Mm.
obviously, as we've gone through the program, that's what we've been talking about. And as I've gone through this program and started to realign what I want, for myself, that's meant I've made decisions around alcohol, around events, which has definitely benefited me as well. So I'm looking forward just to continuing that focus and sort of re-identifying who I am and what I am moving forward.
Yep. All right. Thanks. All right. Well, let's get to the nitty gritty, the results. In terms of the scales, over the 6 weeks, how much did you lose?
I think it was 10.3. I can't remember.
Yeah, 10.3
10.3.
kilos.
But I would just add that the week we spoke before the program started, I also lost 1.2 or 1.3. So I'm counting that in as well, to
Okay.
that. But yeah, look, 10.3 kilo, 5 inches. And yeah, it's just good to be thinking about, I'm going to have to buy loads of clothes, but they're smaller. All my t-shirts are starting now to be too big, and there's every chance I'm going to go from an extra large to a large, which is quite something when you've been wearing extra large for the last 10 years.
Yeah. Good problem to have.
Hmm. Expensive
Did,
problem to have, but a good problem nonetheless.
that's it. Did you do any exercise at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a Peloton bike at home, so I've practiced that, 2, 3 days a week, and then when I'm travel, I'll just get on the bike for half an hour. But I haven't been doing any intense exercise or weight training. I didn't feel like that was what I needed. What I needed was structure around the food because my general impression is it's what you eat. You can try and burn 500-600 calories, but if you eat the wrong things, you can forget about it because you'll eat that in no
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't prescribe any exercise. You just
No.
did it on your own accord.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, Andrew, thanks for your time. Is there anything that you wanted to share or tell anyone that's watching that might have been in a similar situation than you, like as you were? You're a busy dad. You're running a business, a lot of stress, a lot of travel, but you want to lose weight. What would you say to them?
Look, I think we're all afraid of asking for help when it comes to the matter of the body, and dads in particular, we might have a bit of shame around how our body to we're getting older, we're getting bigger, and we don't know where to start, and we generally all go to exercise, but that's a hard place to start. Whereas actually what I found was with food, it was a really easy place to start, because you got to build up fitness over 4, 6, 8 weeks, whereas this was day one, this is the structure, great. And then so I'd advise anyone that if they're seeking to lose weight, start with what you're eating first, and get help, get someone that you can speak to every day on a text or once a week in a peer group, because the benefits for me have just been absolutely massive.
All right, great. Thanks for sharing that, Andrew. Thanks again for your time. I know you're
No
busy.
worries.
For those that might want to explore how it could potentially work for them, if you're a busy dad and you want to learn more, feel free to just to reach out to me. However, wherever this is posted, just send me a direct message, or you can go to ditchthedadfat.com and get access to some more case studies, a video of how it would work, and then also you can book a free call with me and we can chat further. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for your time, Andrew. Bye.
No worries.